Right, let's take a look at climate change now. The world's leading recycling organization, the Plastic Bank, is to take part in the ongoing COP27 conference in Egypt to once again raise the alarming rate of global pollution. The African continent is the hardest hit, becoming a gigantic dump site for plastic waste sent there from Western countries. RT correspondent Karabula Tatla has the story.
Plastic is ubiquitous. It fills our air, land, and oceans. And landfills like this are full of it. From our discarded toothbrushes, shoes, clothes, TV remotes, you name it, it's a plastic world. But Africa is faring better than its global counterparts. And according to the UN Environmental Programme, the continent produces the least amount of global plastic waste, and most of our waste is also organic. So where does this come from?
Whenever people talk about plastic being imported, especially to South Africa, we're only looking at the economic benefit that it has for the country. The environmental impacts is not even being discussed at this stage.
20 companies are said to be responsible for more than half of the global single-use plastic waste, and none of them are in Africa. And according to the 2021 Plastic Waste Makers Index, is the global north that produces and creates this global plastic use crisis. An average American or a United Kingdom citizen will produce about 100 kilograms of plastic waste annually. Now, what responsibility do they bear to this global wasteland they've created?
This is mainly supposed to benefit the country because we don't have most of the plastics that we're supposed to have in South Africa to make products.
Some Africans have come up with a plan. Diana Musara works with the Kensani's Collections, a not-for-profit company in the education space. They turn plastic into bricks, and they source this plastic from wherever they can get it, at times even bartering with locals in exchange for stationery and such items. Plastic that would otherwise be filling the air, polluting the water systems, and causing diseases.
When people burn plastic in the community because they've got nowhere to dump it, it causes, and people breathe it, it causes type 2 diabetes, it causes cancer, and it also causes aging. So those are the main hazards that one can think of. But besides that, when it goes into our water, it also causes problems as far as water animals are concerned, like your fish and things like that. And then when they eat the plastic, we end up eating that fish, and then it ends up affecting us as well from a health point of view.
Plastic is cut into smaller bits and is put into a 2-liter bottle, and they must all weigh between 550 and 600 grams. And before you know it, voila, you have a school. And soon there will be a bigger one here, with a science lab as well as toilets, and it will all be run on solar power, all in an impoverished community, but also built by that same community.
So for us, what is important is plastic is going to affect everyone in the world. So what we are doing here is we are inviting different communities from different areas to come and learn what we are doing, give them the same skills that we have got, and then they go back and they do the same in their own areas. So far, we've got 5 communities that we have identified that we will be training and then helping them also to set up a similar environment like ours.
Africans are solving their own problems and the mess that was caused by the global north. And it's these kinds of solutions that must be echoed at the UN COP27 Climate Change Conference. And maybe, just maybe, those who pollute must pay the loot for the cleanup bill. Karabole Tatla for RT in Johannesburg.